Welcome to SVS. I'm your host, Chris Shapiro. Thank you for watching. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on campus today. Well, in this whole time period, I guess you could say. But there was this one event that occurred over at the UC the other night. It was called the Condom Casino Tour. I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but it was crazy. You could play various casino games, cash in your chips, and collect condoms. It was actually a very popular event. A lot of people went. The only thing is, they didn't really plan it too well. Because in the next room over was the Monday night Bible study group. Not exactly what you want to have going on right next door. Now, people are still moving in on campus. It's what, the third week now, people are still moving in. This one kid, I swear, he was crazy. He has this cart, he's pushing it along, and it has all kinds of stuff on it. And on the very top, he has this printer, right? Pushing it along, hits a bump, printer falls off. Anybody with a normal brain would have just picked it up, kept going. Not this kid. He proceeds to curb stomp this printer, and I mean smash it. And then he just leaves it there on the sidewalk, doesn't pick it up, just keeps going. He was crazy. I swear to God, I thought Charlie Sheen was moving in. Now, this was really odd in national news. I don't know if anybody caught this or not, but there was this guy in New York who got drunk and bit his pet python. Bit it to the point where it had to go to the veterinarian hospital because he bit it down to the intestines. Crazy, right? I mean, what kind of drunk guy does this? The only good thing that came out of it was that now David Hasselhoff has some new ideas for the next time he gets drunk. But in all seriousness, the semester's going pretty well for everyone. But there's a lot more people on campus now. I think I was reading in the paper there's somewhere around 1,400 freshman students and 500 transfer students. There's a lot of people on campus now. And I honestly don't think all these people belong in college. I mean, if you just go off of what they wear in public, they shouldn't be here. So I went out with my cameraman, David Zern, and we filmed a segment called Should You Really Be in College, where we asked grade school level questions to random students. Check it out. Okay, now, what's your name?
Courtney.
Ryan.
Ryan and
JP.
Tom Highland.
I'm Hallie.
Hallie.
I'm Stacy. I'm Caitlin.
All right, now, are you ready to play Should You Be in College?
Sure.
Okay. Who was the second man to walk on the moon? George Hamilton, Buzz Aldrin, or Ray Parker Jr.?
Buzz Aldrin.
Okay, very good. Good start so far.
Buzz Aldrin.
There you go. Very good. You're stumbling for a sec, but you got it. That's good.
Buzz Aldrin.
All right, very good. Off to a good start. Okay, finish.
That's what I was about to
Buzz Aldrin.
It was Buzz Aldrin.
He's an old man and I'm in love with him.
Yeah, okay, good deal.
He's so cute.
You've seen pictures of him?
He was on Dancing with the Stars.
I must have missed that season.
Last season.
Okay, now what country has the largest population?
China.
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 China. Do you know why?
They have a lot of babies.
A lot of babies?
Lots of kids.
Okay, I'll put that for my homework tonight. I hope you're right.
Because
I really don't know. I'm just curious. I mean, why are there so many people there?
because there's nothing else to do.
There's
with
also
kids.
because they also select marriages and stuff, so there's always a lot of production being created.
Production
Reproduction of babies.
All right, very good.
All the time.
I do not.
It's a question for my geography homework. I was hoping you could help me out.
I have no idea.
No idea. Well, that's fair enough. All right, now who's the Vice President of the United States? Multiple choice question. Joe Budden, Joe Biden, or Joe Montana?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, very good.
For 1,000.
4,000. Okay, now for 2,000. Columbus sailed on 3 ships. What was one of those ships? Think like pita bread. A Ford Pinto. The Pinta.
Pinta.
Okay. All right.
Santa Maria.
Yeah, there you go. Now they're starting
Got
to
it,
roll.
got it,
Okay.
all right.
Cornelia Marie?
Well, what language is that?
I don't know. I thought.
Nina.
The Nina? Okay.
Pinta.
The Pinta.
Santa Maria.
Oh, through. Yeah, you see that? All right.
Taking me to the house.
Oh no, I thought Cornelia Marie. Oh, that's from a movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Okay.
The Santa Maria.
Okay, good. All right, so far so good. Here's a math question. What is 10 times 11?
110.
There you go. Yeah, it's too simple. You thought there was a trick to it, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay.
10 times 11. How do I? Oh, I know that. It's like 1,100. Yeah,
1,100. No, 10 times 11. 10 times. Do you need a calculator?
No, it's
No.
one.
You got it.
1 carry the 3.
110.
Okay, who was JFK?
John Franklin Kennedy?
You're close, Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
There you go. I'll give it to you. There. You got 2 or 3.
This will be like,
Yeah.
like CLA.
No fist pump. No fist pump.
No.
Okay.
President.
President. Do you know what those are?
John F. Kennedy.
There you go, Jonathan. Who was he married to?
Mrs. Kennedy.
Now finish this quote by FDR. The only thing we have to fear is
Fear itself.
fear itself. Very good. All right.
Fear itself.
Okay, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Current Vice President of the United States. 3 options: Joe Budden, Joe Biden, Joe Montana.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Okay, very good, Tom. You passed. You should be in college.
All
Thank
right.
you for your time today.
Yeah, no problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my very first guest to SVS, my good friend Shelby Will. Shelby, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad. Now, did summer go well for you?
Summer was awesome. My parents just moved to Virginia, so it's actually nice to have a warm summer for once.
Okay, because you told me once that you were from Buffalo. So it's very-
Buffalo, go Bills.
Now, is it colder up there than Edinburgh, or is it like equal?
You
Because
know,
it's both on
it's-
Erie.
Buffalo, it's like a big bubble. You honestly get either 30-degree weather or 70-degree weather. As to Virginia, it was 90 to 100 all the time. And I'm such a beach bum that I just kind of like laid there. Like, yeah.
So you're always out on the beach.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I try to be.
That's good. Yeah, it shows you got a nice tan going, so.
Well, it's fading now.
It
We're
is,
in Edinburgh
yeah.
now.
I know, it's almost October already, which brings us to lacrosse season almost. Now,
Almost.
tell me, almost, when does lacrosse season start for you
We
guys?
are actually, we honestly just started preseason yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm like dying sitting here. I'm so sorry. But our actual season starts in March. Our first game, we go down to North Carolina and we play down there around spring break. So that'll be like the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know every time I talk to you, you're always in like a practice or something for lacrosse. It's
Right,
like your whole life.
My whole life, it feels like that. Yeah, we start right when we get back and we're conditioning, we're lifting, and then we're just trying to get ready, and then we go away for winter break, and that's up to us to keep in shape, and then we come back hard and strong and get into real practices for the actual season.
Okay. Now, since you are a student athlete, you have, well, I'm going to say maybe a different perspective on school.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe you view school as your main priority, or maybe lacrosse is your main priority. Which is it for you? Is it a balance between those two?
You know, I came into school my freshman year thinking that everything was lacrosse. That's all I ever knew. I was always good at school, but I always excelled in lacrosse. And since coming here, I'm learning more that school is the main priority and lacrosse is kind of my job.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Which is good because you're balancing 2 fields. You're, you know, really making the best of your time here.
Right, and you know it's
A good time manager, I guess you could say.
I had to learn time management so fast. I never had it. I just kind of went with the flow, and now I wake up, I'm like, okay, well, I have to go to class, and I have to go to practice, and then I'm going to get a nap in, and then I got to eat this, and then I got to go to practice again, then go, it's homework, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah,
Because whenever you go out into the real world and you have to balance
I'm
so
going to
many
know
different
how
things
to
like
balance.
a family and
Right,
like
yeah.
work and your career, so that's really good training for you right
Career,
now.
hopefully.
Career. Speaking of career, what are you thinking of getting into?
I'm actually studying public relations right now, and I don't know if that's really where I want to go. I'm going to try to get an internship maybe this summer, but
Okay.
I really want to get into event planning.
Okay.
You know, I want to do weddings. I want to do parties.
And like big weddings? Are we
Right,
talking like
yeah.
my Big Fat Greek Wedding
You
kind
know
of
what? I
style?
love weddings. I
Okay.
love them.
Do you plan out your own wedding at all, or is it just
Oh my God,
other
own
people's
wedding.
wedding?
No
what's
weddings
at
for
the
me.
top? What do you for a wedding? What do you think
I-
is like the must be for a wedding?
I like to make other people happy about weddings.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. But I just love how happy the day is. I love happy days.
Yeah, because I know some people dream about their wedding day for years, and it's like the highlight of their life,
Right.
which is great, you know.
Right, right.
But you know, you have to make sure you have that wedding planner like you. Make sure everything.
Hopefully.
Have you ever seen that movie, Wedding Planner?
With Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Is that
I
one of
have.
your favorites?
I mean, not my favorite, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
I
a good
mean,
one.
since you're getting into it, yeah.
It's a good one.
Well, that's good. Now, you're going into your 3rd year of
Right,
lacrosse.
yep.
What do you think is, in your opinion, your greatest accomplishment from your freshman year to now? What do you think?
Oh, freshman year, I came in being a big fish in a little pond. I'm from Angola, New York. My team did well in my town because I didn't have much competition, so I came in thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna kick butt. And then I got here and I was very quickly put in my place. You know, it was tough, it was a struggle, but from freshman year to now, I have started every single game, and I've ended up.
Well, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
Starting every.
yeah, it was.
I mean, when you actually think about that.
Yeah, it was hard work, but every year I've been top 4 on my team with goals and points. So I'm hoping to keep that up this year.
Okay. Well, speaking of keeping goals and whatnot, where do you see this year's team going?
This year, I have to say that we trimmed a lot of fat from last year. We can't use the excuse, you know, we're a new program now. This is our 5th year.
Okay.
So we've trimmed the fat, and we've gained a couple of people back, like Abby McAsee. She's a senior. She left last year, and now she's coming back. And she's going to be a great asset to the team this year. And, you know, I think we are where we need to be with everything. And I'm really hoping that we can have a winning season this year.
Well, that's great. Hopefully
Yeah.
you guys will.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now, you said that this is the 5th year of the program.
Right.
How did it get started? Was it the students who pushed for it?
It was actually Kevin Cook that
Okay.
came in and, you know, suggested a lacrosse team, and he's our coach now, and he's actually built the program, and he's doing an awesome job. He brought in the seniors this year who started the program, and
So they really, I mean, they have a strong connection to it because they were
yep.
you know, the founding members. That's
yeah.
impressive. That's a great, it's like a really nice knit community then because you guys, you're all like coming in.
And, you know, it's awesome because he's bringing in awesome people. He knows how to recruit, and he knows what's going to work on our team. And he said to us, you know, I'm not going to bring in someone that's not going to mesh well on the team. And he's keeping one of the most important things together is team chemistry. And I think that's why we do so well is because we go out together, we do everything together, sleep over, like, you know.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
a good community.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, Shelby. And
Thanks.
thank you so much for being my
Yeah,
first
thanks for
guest. That
having
means
me.
a lot. So thank you again for joining us. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a good evening.